The invisible habits keeping you poor. What if some of the things keeping you financially stuck don't look like bad financial habits at all? You pay your bills, you go to work, you try to save. You may even earn more than you did 5 years ago. Yet somehow, your financial life keeps returning to the same place. That is where things get interesting. Some habits don't destroy your finances overnight. They quietly redirect your money, attention, and future for years. The first is lifestyle inflation. You get a raise, and instead of your financial position changing dramatically, your standard of living changes first. Better phone, better car, more expensive meals, more subscriptions, a bigger house. Nothing seems wrong with any individual purchase. The problem is the pattern. Your income increases, but your freedom doesn't. And because the new lifestyle quickly feels normal, you stop experiencing it as spending. You start experiencing it as your new minimum. The solution isn't to live miserably. It's to deliberately capture part of every income increase before your lifestyle absorbs it. The second hidden habit is confusing affordability with wealth. If you can afford the monthly payment, you assume you can afford the purchase. But wealth isn't measured by whether you can make the payment. It's measured by what remains after the payment. A person can drive an expensive car and still have almost no financial flexibility. Another person can live modestly while quietly building investments, cash reserves, and ownership. One looks richer. The other is becoming richer. The third habit is spending emotionally and calling it self-care. You've had a terrible week, so you buy something. You're stressed, so you order food. You feel behind in life, so you upgrade something. The purchase gives you relief, and your brain learns the connection. Discomfort equals consumption. Eventually, you are not just buying things, you are buying temporary emotional relief.
The solution is to create a pause between emotion and spending. When you feel the urge to buy something because you are frustrated, ask yourself one question. Would I still want this if I were having a great day? That question can expose a surprising amount. Another invisible habit is financial avoidance. You don't check your bank balance because you don't want to feel anxious. You don't calculate your net worth because you fear the number. You postpone investing because you think you'll learn about it later. But avoiding financial information doesn't make the problem disappear. It simply removes your ability to respond early. And perhaps the most dangerous habit is constantly choosing present comfort over future options. You don't have to become extremely frugal. You don't have to stop enjoying your life. But every financial decision has an opportunity cost. Money spent today cannot also become an emergency fund, an investment, a business asset, or freedom tomorrow. That's the deeper pattern behind these habits. People rarely become financially stuck because of one catastrophic decision. More often, they repeat small decisions that feel harmless until 10 years have passed. The real question isn't simply, can I afford this? It's, what future am I making easier or harder with this decision? Because becoming financially secure isn't only about earning more money. It's about developing the ability to protect tomorrow while still living today. And sometimes the habit keeping you poor is the one you've been calling normal.